Before we start, I'd like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Roblox Infusion. How did Mekz get his hands on the rare Eternal Crystal Talisman and Skyblock? It isn't even available anymore. Skyblock is a survival map where players have to live and build spaces on a floating island. Players must try not to cheat while they are trying to expand their empire by growing food. Many YouTubers have made a name for themselves on the platform, and they have had some super crazy moments in their careers, from coming across an island to getting the rarest items. Number 1. Thirtyvirus. Brandon Calabrese made it among the top Minecraft YouTubers. His channel 30virus is growing in hundreds every day, and the growth does not seem to stop anytime soon. He specializes in playing Skyblox, and he's been doing it for many years. Naturally, he came across some insane moments in his career that was even left startled. Minecraft has a store where players can buy items at auction like other gaming platforms. 30virus was lucky to hand himself one of the most exclusive items from the auction, and he couldn't believe his luck. He bought stronger dragon boots from the auction house. These boots let the player fulfill their missions quicker than before, giving a competitive advantage against opponents in the game. He also gained a significant amount of items in his inventory that he was finally able to make an experienced artifact and a night crystal. It is only with time and a lot of energy being invested into the game that a player can get to this point, and when Brandon was successful at maxing the best bow, he couldn't believe himself. He spent so long in the game for this, and he finally got his hands on it. Number 2. PowerOwner. PowerOwner is best known to be one of the hypixel YouTubers, and he has proven this from time to time as well. In his possession, he has a few of the most unique items in the game, and he brings them to use in his daily videos. To get these items is super difficult, as it requires months and months of playtime to gather the amount of ingredients necessary. Ronin's bow is one such item that is the rarest on Skyblox, and luckily, PowerOwner has made one for himself. He couldn't handle his excitement and said he was the proudest of himself that day. Number 3. Icicle freezes. Icicle Freezes is an up-and-coming Roblox YouTuber that has found interest in Skyblox. He plays Skyblox for a significant amount of time during the day and seems to never get bored of it. He is so involved in the game that he grows food in the thousands and gets a lot of money when he sells them off. In one video, he revealed how he grew tens of thousands of onions on his onion farm, which he was able to sell for 3 million coins. With this much money in hand, getting his hands on the rarest items in the game was easy. He helped on to get the test totem and torch in Skyblox, and reached out to the sellers on the traders markets in the game. Looking out for scammers while making purchases is one task everybody has to be super careful about. He found himself an individual who was ready to sell him them for 1 million coins, and he agreed to buy it from them. Once the transaction was done, he found out that the item was just basic equipment that looked like the test totem to fool the players. He had lost 1 million coins. This bummed him out, and he cursed the seller a lot. He couldn't believe he became a victim of an internet scam. Regardless, he tried to compose himself since he was streaming live and decided to continue the search for a torch. Luckily, he landed on a deal with the richest man on the server at that moment. He knew this one was legit since the player showed promising effort through earnings. He made a purchase and successfully landed the torch. He remains substantially sad for a long time due to this incident and still mentions this every time he's about to make a purchase. The scam has left quite an impact on him. Number 4. Mekz. Mekz is a Minecraft YouTuber who plays Skyblox as a side gig, but he recently came across a super amazing item on the game that he couldn't stop but show off. There is a talisman on the Skyblox that is so rare that most people don't even know about it. This talisman goes by the name Eternal Crystal and is not available anymore because it was removed from the game within its first week of release. In a video, Mekz was trying to show his audience the ways they can have a look at someone else's inventory, which is when he came across a player who owns the Eternal Crystal. The developers haven't given a reason for removing the talisman, but players who joined the game in its first week only suspect that it was to make the crystal the rarest in the game. Players are able to combine the day and night crystal to get the Eternal Crystal, which was the talisman. Mekz was super committed to getting one from the Skyblock player. When he came across the individual who owned it, he didn't spare a second to reach out and ask him if he'd sell it. The potential seller straight up refused him, and Mekz was totally disappointed. For about 2 weeks after this, he kept on insisting that the individual sell him the crystal, and he kept increasing the buying price as well. Eventually, the individual gave in and made Mekz a purchase of the talisman for over 6 million coins. He couldn't believe he'd made someone else agree to sell the most precious item in the game. Regardless, he was super proud of his purchase and brings the talisman to use in every video he streams on to show off his public most prized possession. Number 5. Tommyinit. After starting his Skyblox career on YouTube, Tommy has a fair share of surprising and sad moments. He is rather regular with his uploads, and we sometimes cannot help but give him the title for the most hard-working Skyblox YouTuber. He recently uploaded a video where he played on an illegal Minecraft server. He was super stoked when he came across this server's name, and naturally he couldn't stop playing it for his audience. Although we sensed some hesitation in his voice when the video was up, it seemed like it was worth the risk for what he expected there. The server name was enough to stop him from entering, but he did it regardless. The players on the servers aim to sell illegal substances to one another who are present there. Tommy was overwhelmed with what he came across. When he began, he was unsure this was actually going to work, but to his surprise, he couldn't control his astonishment. His amazement was topped off when he encountered all the illegal substances in his inventory. He had turned on his speaker and surprisingly had a word with the admin of the server too. Tommy couldn't stop mentioning how quickly he must get off the server to face among the platform community, so he eventually did after playing a short while. Pandaplayz. This super unfortunate event with Pandaplayz left him sad and in stress for many days. All of his earnings and efforts from his entire Skyblox career went downwards after this video, and it was not only that left him startled after this event. When streaming a Skyblox video one day, Panda completely reset his island by mistake, leaving him with no earnings in his inventory. He told his audience how he has set the island to reset mode to automatic in case any hacker makes his way into the server to try to take anything from him. Well, no hacker joined this time, but he has lost a mass amount of earnings and tried to keep his island safe from intruders. Keeping it set in a manual system makes the process to dismantle your island rather tedious and difficult, requiring more manpower. Aiden Rnc. It's not every day that Skyblox YouTubers come across moments that lead to their utmost astonishment. One such incident happened with Aiden Rnc while he was streaming videos on YouTube one day. He accidentally came across a new glitch on the game that seemingly gave him points and coins. He uploaded a video titled "I accidentally broke Skyblock," and we're sure it's literally what happened to him. He showed off proof in the video where he is earning double of everything and was breaking the game. It was totally staggering for him as it never happened before, but he couldn't help but show his surprise to his viewers. In an attempt to earn double from what he already had, he broke several items on the island. He earned double for every onion totem, for every berry bush, and every flower. Seems like Aiden acted greedily when he broke every item of value on the island to earn double of it and then replanted it, having one extra in his inventory. He couldn't believe his luck and kept on saying how ridiculously cool this glitch was. Nevertheless, he broke and rebuilt every expensive item on his island and held double the inventory at the end. We're unsure if it's paranormal activity or a glitch in the game, but whatever it is, Aiden was lucky enough to have it land on his island and make full use of it. Kronos. Kronos will never shy away from taking revenge on someone who scammed him, and this is what he did in his recent video. Kronos revealed to his viewers in a video about how he was previously scammed twice with a total loss of 1.3 million coins on the game and he was not ready to experience it again. He showed a clip of the last time he was caught up in a trade for a significant amount of money, and he couldn't believe his eyes for what he'd come across. The scammer tried to cut a deal with him for a super rare item priced at 800k in the game. The seller took the money and then disappeared from the server the moment he received the coins. Kronos says he regrets giving him the money before he got the item, but still believed the community wouldn't let him down. Well, it appears the community did otherwise, and he was not ready to fail in another scam anytime soon, so he took revenge on the user. He found the username through his contracts in Skyblox community, and turned out it was a genuine player with a lot of earnings. Luckily for Kronos, the individual was in search of a rare item, and Kronos, along with his friend, tried to cut a deal for that item with him. He asked his friend to make a fake crystal to try to interest him in taking the bait, which he eventually did. Now, when the scammer confirmed the purchase, he received a fake and faulty item from Kronos in return for a huge sum of money. Kronos' happiness was over the moon because he was finally able to take revenge on someone who wronged him. He wasn't able to control his excitement on having successfully completed a difficult mission, even if we find it completely insane for a player to find his scammer and take revenge on him. Tabor. With a YouTube fan army of 138,000, Tabor never fails to bring the most unique and distinct content from other YouTube creators. His video where he experiments on the magic find potion is one of the most famous on his channel since it's one of the rarest items to possess. The potion helps you earn 75% more preference from monsters and bosses while making a purchase. Tabor, along with his friend, uploaded videos on his channel where they got super lucky with potion effects. He got a chance to acquire the orange tube drop from the boss, and while making a bet on the auction items on the list at the time, they noticed how easy it was for him to get his hands on most of them. Having been lucky to have the potion didn't seem enough. He got Tabor and his friends wanting to gain a competitive advantage on the auctions too. This was super insane for the viewers to witness, and Tabor himself remained astonished most of the time everything was happening. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can stay up to date on all our future videos. Also, watch the 2 videos that are currently on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.